Hey, what's up guys? In this series of FTS, doing a quick video for you guys on the top loot locations in the WarZ. It's just in our opinion overall. It's just places that we've gotten lucky finding pretty sweet gear. So right now I'm going to kick it off with number 1, which is NORAD. So I'm going to show you guys where that is on the map here. So NORAD military base is right up here. And as you can see, it's pretty far away from everything else, which definitely affected my decision. So basically why I like NORAD for being number 1 is I've server hopped here I think like 5 or 6 times, and this is what's in my inventory. So you know, a lot of more seasoned players be like, oh well, I've got 10 M4s. Like, yeah, well that's cool, like I got 20, but you know, there's a lot of new players still running around with flashlights who don't know where to get the good guns. So I just spawned back here, look around. Oh, there you go, forward grip. I gotta empty out some space for that, but space I don't really have. If I drop this. So yeah, there you go. Like, this place is so good, it gets to the point where after, you know, 5 or 6 logins, you actually have to start dropping guns just to make sure that you have enough space for everything. It's pretty sweet. So main loot areas here, you've got that tower, you get some stuff occasionally. The watchtowers around the sides and the corners are usually pretty good too. There's one right there in my crosshair. I don't know, it's a little dark, I don't know if you can see it. And then up here, helicopter crash site, that's pretty good. I find stuff there, find stuff there, I find stuff in that little building. Next to the Humvee, right in between this building I'm on and that hangar is pretty good. And also out there by that striker. I don't know, yeah, there's a striker in the Humvee. You can find some pretty cool stuff. So yeah, NORAD is definitely nice. I spoke with a bunch of people who've actually gotten all their sniper rifles from here. So I'm just gonna keep logging in and see what I can get. So that's our number 1 choice for loot locations. It's far away too, which is nice because you get lesser traffic here than, say, a place like the military base on the side of Campos down here. That gets a lot of traffic. It's right next to a settlement. But this one's relatively easy to get through this pass to get to the Blue Ridge settlement. So this is your basic path to the safe zone. So it's not that bad at all. You just gotta kind of watch yourself over by Smallville. So yeah, basically that's NORAD. Alright, so coming in at number 2. Now remember, it's just my personal. It is going to be Boulder City, but not just any part of Boulder City, because it is kind of a big area to cover, especially if you're alone with all the zombies and stuff. It is the flooded area right down here. Now, a lot of players think that you can't go down into the actual flooded area. I used to think that for a while. There's a couple glitches down there that you can get caught in, so just don't hop up over any walls that are kind of separating the flooded area from the river or lake, whatever this thing is down there. I've gotten caught there once and I had to do a gear swap, kind of hand off to another character, and that really sucked. So just kind of keep that in mind. But basically what's sweet about this whole flooded area down here is that you've got the helicopter crash in the middle of town, which is a good spot to start. You know, because helo crashes generally have good military drops. And then probably another like 60 meters from that down here, you've got another building. It's a 2-story building that spawns really good items. I found, let's see, I went in there 3 times this past week with Santa's sack as my backpack, and I pulled out 12 guns each time after I think I hopped in there, hopped servers like 3 times. So yeah, not bad at all. So definitely, I would recommend that as the number 2 spot. The reason why it's not number 1 is due to the traffic in Boulder City. That's one thing that NORAD being number 1, it's relatively quiet, but Boulder City you get lots of people in there and lots of zombies, so make sure you've got a really good melee weapon equipped. If you're not sure which one to take, check out our new melee weapon review video. But if you go down there and you post up in that building in between the flooded area and the actual helicopter crash site, you're going to find some great stuff. So definitely keep that in mind. I found everything from a SIG 556, multiple MP5s, M4s and M16s out the wazoo. Like they're just everywhere. Shotguns, lots of ammo, lots of 9mm pistols. So I would definitely recommend heading down there, but try to go in a group of at least 2 because there's a lot of people. So yeah, best of luck down there. Alright, so number 3 on our list is the airport right down here, Ridgeway Airport, in the bottom quarter. Now, the reason why it's number 3 and not number 1, I've found that you can get some really sweet drops off of that. Like I got my M107 off of the 3rd helo crash site, if you're approaching it from this way, so the one down here at the tail end of the runway. But it's been so few and far between there. I mean, I've gotten a bunch of M4s, a bunch of M16s, but I can go to Rocky Ford and get the same basic loot. So, but the reason why it is at number 3 is because it does have that chance of dropping the sweet sniper rifles, you know, the SAW, different stuff, because you've got 3 helo crash sites, and each one of those crash sites produces really good chance to spawn pretty sweet items. So, that's why it's at number 3. Also, you get pretty good visibility of anybody approaching you, for the most part, with a pair of binoculars. And also, if you're hurting for supplies or anything else like that, there's a looks like a C5 plane crash here, really big plane crash. You can usually get bandages, any food you need. I found some ammo there. I found a couple C-mags, a couple 9mm pistols, stuff like that. And then you got this little town right here too, so you can make a nice little loop out of it. I would recommend using this path that I'm using with my mouse here, right down into it from there. That way you can kind of hug the outer end of the actual runway, and that way you can use your binoculars and see if there's any movement going on. So, main points to check out in the airport: check the air traffic control tower. There's some fire engines parked out front on the side there. I found multiple M16s. There's these hangars right here. One of them's got a police car out front. Actually, I think a couple of them do, but just check all the police cars. There's a corner building right here with kind of an elevated roof you can get up on with some stairs, and that building's pretty good. And then, of course, the helo crash sites. There should be like one here, and then one down here on the tail end. So, yeah, check it out, and best of luck down there. Definitely a higher traffic area, so be careful, and good luck.